Hey everybody, welcome back or welcome if you're new. My name is DeAndre and I'm your travel agent bestie. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you 21 things to never do in your Carnival cruise cabin. Things that can help you avoid fines, getting kicked off, or even getting banned from the cruise line. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so number one, do not smoke or vape in your stateroom or on your stateroom balcony. There are plenty of places on the ship where they have designated areas for smoking and vaping. So it doesn't mean that you have to go your entire vacation without smoking. But smoking and vaping in your stateroom will get you a nice, pretty little shiny fine of $500 per occurrence. Now, you're probably wondering, how are they going to find out? Well, either somebody's going to tell on you, because they will, or your stateroom steward is typically the first one to notice. And trust me, if they find out, if they smell it, they're going to report it. And once it's been reported, they're going to add that $500 fine onto your onboard spending account. So breaking this rule can get you kicked off at the next port of call, or even possibly banned from the cruise line itself. Number two, I shouldn't even have to talk about this. Do not throw things overboard. Again, this will get you another $500 fine per occurrence and possibly being kicked off and banned from the cruise line. Everything inside your cabin needs to stay inside your cabin. If you need something thrown out or just taken out of your room, leave it for your cabin steward. You're harming the environment. So just please do not throw anything over the railing out of your stateroom balcony. All right, so number three, do not take the robes. They will charge you for them. Use them for the length of your cruise, and when you're done, or you want new ones or you need fresh ones, just leave them on the floor for your cabin steward to take them down, get them laundered and cleaned for you. And the same thing applies for the towels and the beach towels. If you take one out of your cabin into port or on the Lido deck, bring it back to your cabin, or go over to one of the towel stations and get them exchanged. Now, if you want to take one home, you can ask your cabin steward, or you can go down to one of the towel exchange stations on the Lido deck and purchase one to take home with you. Or you can even go up to, I think, the Serenity deck. If your Serenity deck has a towel station, you can buy one from there as well. I think they're about $22, $25-ish if I remember. So if you want a towel, just buy one. They're about $20. So, all right, so number four. So a lot of us like to bring things from home and hang them on the walls of our cabin. If you do, or you want to do something like that, make sure what you're using to hang it on the wall it's not an adhesive, or it's not something sticky, because those will damage the walls, and Carnival will charge you a cleaning fee. Now, there is a solution to this. You can go on Amazon, you can get one of those magnetic hooks. If I do it right, there should be a picture on the screen, because I personally have never needed them, but they have magnetic hooks that you can use if you want to hang stuff up. All right, so number five, do not bring anything with open flames, such as a candle. I know y'all want to feel at home or on vacation with different scents, but don't bring them with you. They are strictly prohibited because it's a fire hazard. These rooms are small and tight. You may think you know what you're doing and you got it under control, but if you come back to your cabin after drinking Carnival out of a bar in a ship, it just takes one wrong move, or you just completely pass out as soon as you hit the bed. I'm just saying. Things can happen, and it's a fire hazard. So do not bring a candle or anything with open flames on a cruise ship. Number six, the sixth tip that you need to know to never do in your Carnival cruise cabin is do not sit on your balcony railing, or any railing for that matter. It takes one wrong move for something to happen. You cannot just fall off a cruise ship. There is always, and I mean always, some type of intent or negligence, especially if you have little ones, because I'm sure you are well aware that kids like to climb on things and explore. So it's definitely important to keep a good eye when you are near railing with your kids, because this is typically why I recommend booking an ocean view for your very first cruise with your kids because they like to get into things. They like to see how things work. They like to climb on things. So this is just something you have to be careful with. All right, so number 7. Do not flush anything that can clog up the sewer lines. There is a plaque either above or right next to the toilet telling you the things that you cannot flush. Flushable wipes are one of those items because they do not break down like a normal piece of toilet paper can, and it can clog up and back up the sewer line on the ship. Also, other products like some of the feminine hygiene products such as maxi pads, those cannot be flushed. And of course, if you happen to flush the wrong item and it clogs up the system, they're going to drop a fee on your noggin to clean that up. So please make sure you are only flushing the permitted items. All right, the next thing, you're not going to want to do this in your cabin is use a surge protected power strip. They consider those a fire hazard. Even though it's supposed to be the other way around, look, I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to question it. I'm not an electrician. It's above me. Now, if you do pack a surge protector in your check luggage, they will confiscate it and you'll have to go pick it up at the little naughty table that they have at the earliest part of the morning on debarkation day. So please do not bring your surge protected power strips. The next one is for my germaphobes out there. Walking barefoot. Please try to avoid walking barefoot in your cabin or in the shower at all. Because just imagine how many feet and things have been on that floor or things that have seen the floor of that shower. There is no telling. So wear something like slippers or sandals or even water shoes will help you out more than you think. So don't forget to pack some in your bag. All right, so the next thing, make sure you are bringing your Lysol wipe in your spray. You want to make sure you wipe down all those surfaces and things that you come in contact with. You have no idea how many people have touched those doorknobs, the desk surfaces, the light switch, everything. Wipe it down, okay? Wipe it down. Look, and I know you're thinking, well, the cabin steward already cleaned it. Well, yes, however, comma, with the quick turnaround time, are we really going to trust that they thoroughly cleaned those rooms? They thoroughly got in every nook and cranny? I mean, just take the extra precaution and wipe everything down. I forgot. Do not leave your valuables out. I know nobody will really come in your room other than your cabin steward. However, don't threaten anybody with a good time. Now, there are other people that may come in your room. So, like, what if you ordered something from one of the fun shops and they have to do like an in-state room delivery? There are a lot of people that have ins and outs access to your cabin that you don't even know about. So if something is to be tampered with or taken, it's hard to point out who may have did it because, for one, there are no cameras in the hallways of the staterooms. Now, however, they are some of the most honest people you probably will ever meet because they've already given up a lot just to be there. But it's way better to be safe than sorry. I would also be concerned about other passengers. Look, you're probably wondering, how would other passengers have access to take something out of my cabin? So if this is your very first cruise, when the cabin stewards clean your rooms, they leave the doors wide open just so it's easier for them to go in and out and get things from their cart. So if they're in another room or they're cleaning the bathroom, somebody can just easily slip in, take something, and keep on about their business. So if something is meaningful to you or has any type of monetary value, leave it. Lock, take, and hide it. Okay? Lock, take, and hide. All right. The next thing. Do not leave your children unattended in the cabin. You know, kids, when they're unsupervised, they're going to get into things. They're going to start snooping around them with things. So don't leave your kids in the cabin because they may even leave. And these ships are huge. No matter what size the ship is, it's going to be difficult to find your child. So please, even if they're asleep, do not leave your kids unattended in the cabin. All right, so if you guys are gaining any type of value from this video, from these tips, hit that like button so the algorithm can send this to other cruisers so they can be informed what not to do in their Carnival cruise cabin. All right, so number 13 on the things you should not do in your Carnival cruise cabin. And that is, do not disrespect your cabin steward with a messy cabin. Do not leave your cabin like a tornado just ran through it. They are not your maid. They come in once a day to keep things tidy so you can continue to enjoy your vacation. So please don't disrespect your cabin steward with a messy cabin, because their job is to keep things tidy, not clean up after you. All right, number 14 on things you should not do in your Carnival cruise cabin. Forget to use that do not disturb sign properly. If you are in your stateroom, do not forget to put your do not disturb sign up, especially if your cabin steward has not visited your room for the day. You don't want them to walk in whenever you are just getting out the shower or having a private or intimate moment, but because trust me, it can happen. So please make sure you use that do not disturb sign. Also, don't forget to take it off when you leave your cabin, because if it is up, they will not service your room. There have been a couple of times where I have forgotten to take mine off and my cabin was not clean. So please make sure you are using that do not disturb sign properly. Okay, number 14 on things you should not do in your Carnival cruise cabin. Number 14, check your safe on debarkation day. You put your whole arm, just do a whole 360, take the little carpet out of it, shine a flashlight, because you do not know how many people leave things in their safe, in their stateroom, let alone. So check everything, because there are people that will leave stuff and they'll try to join the next sailing or try to join every group for that ship or every Facebook group for that ship or whatever or what have you, just to find the thing that they left. So please make sure you are doing a thorough and multiple checks in your cabin before you leave on debarkation day. Number 15, do not, do not, and I mean do not open your balcony door in your stateroom cabin at the same time, because you will create a wind tunnel effect. And when I tell you, I accidentally did it one time when I went on the Carnival Jubilee, and it was not a fun mess to clean up. So please make sure that your stateroom and your balcony door are both shut and not open at the same time, because it will not be a very fun experience for you. All right, so number 16, do not hang anything off of your balcony railing, because it will blow away. It will blow away. Now, it may seem like the logical thing to do if you want to dry your bathing suits or anything like that, but do not sit it on your balcony railing, because whether the ship is in port or whether the ship is moving, it's going to fly off. So if you need something to dry, use the clothesline in your shower, or get one of those beach towel clips, and clip it to your chair on your balcony. That way it doesn't float away. Well, not float away. It doesn't fly away. Number, 16, 17? I don't know. Do not drink the water in your stateroom unless you want to pay that pretty penny for it. And last I checked, it was almost $6. So make sure you pre-purchase your water prior to your cruise. Go online, go onto your fun shops or your cruise manager and pre-purchase you a 6-pack of water or a 12-pack of water, just depending on how long your cruise is. Because if you drink that water, they're going to charge you that $6. But look, my tip, now, if you are a red VIFP, now this is before May 31st when they change it, Now, if you are a red VIP member, you do get a free bottle of water every sailing, red VIP or above. You do get a free bottle of water every sailing. So if you need to drink the water in your stateroom cabin, like it's the middle of the night or it's like you don't feel like getting up or whatever, drink the water. And then later on or the next day, go down to the bar. If you haven't already, redeem your free water and then just replace it. That way, you still get your free water and you're not having to pay the $6 to replace the bottle that you drunk. The next thing on the things you should not do in your Carnival cruise cabin is this one should really go without saying, be too loud. I'm not going to explain it. Y'all know the walls are thin, and that's all I'm going to say. The walls are thin. Number 20 of things to not do in your Carnival cruise cabin is use that telephone in your cabin to make phone calls. And I know we already live in a world where everybody has a cell phone. We can just pick it up and call somebody. But if you ever get tempted or you may have to call home from those phones in the room, I strongly suggest to not do it because they will charge you a skyrocketed rate per minute to make those phone calls. And so the very last tip I have, number 21 on things to not do in your Carnival cruise cabin is if you were a person who likes to be free and walk around in your birthday suit, make sure your balcony curtain or your ocean view curtain is closed. Or the other person in your room does not have the curtains open because you have no idea how fast another ship can pull right up next to you, no matter how far they are, especially at night with the light on. They can see everything, especially if you are in port. They got a clean shot right into your balcony door. So if you are in port and the icon or the Star of the Seas pull up next to you, suddenly you got thousands of people eyeing you down. Yeah, so please make sure those curtains are closed. All right, y'all, and those are my 21 things to never do in your Carnival cruise cabin. If you guys enjoyed today's video, you found this video helpful, you got valuable information out of it, hit that thumbs up button for me on your way out and let the algorithm know to share this video with other cruisers to know the things that they should not do in their Carnival cruise cabin. And if you guys are ready to plan your next vacation, check out the links in my description down below. And if you need help booking or planning your cruise, or you are in the, pre-cruise phase where you're packing and planning, check out my last 2 videos. Those will be really helpful as well, and I'll leave them down in the description below. But until next time, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and happy travels. Bye.